Hi, this is Sarai. I'm in Palermo on the island of Sicily in Italy. So many of you that watch my videos, you may think that it's just always fun and adventurous where I go. Well, the best thing I get to do is swim in the beautiful Mediterranean Sea and the other seas in the countries I go to. But for the most part, I have to deal with a lot of evil because most of the people on earth are on the path to destruction. Here in Palermo and in Catania on the island of Sicily, I found that basically the people that live here are not very friendly. So motorcycles will go right in front of you, like inches away. They don't care if it scares you. They're just rude. And cars will barely stop for you when you're crossing the street. A lot of streets do not have lights for pedestrians to cross. So I have to pray for safety everywhere I go. And the cars, they don't want to stop. It's probably a law. They're supposed to stop for pedestrians at crosswalks. But they don't. They're just rude. They want to just cut you off, go in front of you, get as close as they can to you. They're just rude people. And I have to deal with this all over Italy. When I was in Rome, there was a taxi driver from South America that moved to Rome, and he hates living in Rome. He hates living in Italy because he said that the Mafia controls everything and that everyone has a Mafia mentality. And then 2 nights ago I ate at a restaurant and I asked the waitress if the Mafia controls everything. I wanted to get a confirmation of what the taxi driver told me. And she said, yes, the Mafia controls everything. And the fact that they have the Mafia mentality, it makes it really difficult for a lot of people like me, because here in Palermo, it's the worst I've seen anywhere in the world as far as taxi drivers. So I arrived at the bus and train station when I took a bus from Catania to Palermo, which was about a 3-hour bus ride across the island. And so I wanted to get a taxi ride, and this is a Mafia mentality. They try to get as much as they can, outrageous rates for taxi rides, because my apartment that I rented was only 0.7 miles. Okay, it was pretty close to the train and bus station, and the taxi driver said it's 25 euros. Well, that's about 27 or $28 in US dollars. I said, no, that's too much. So that's the Mafia mentality. They just try to rip you off anytime they can. I mean, it's the worst in the world that I've seen here in Palermo. So then I had to walk with 2 pieces of luggage. Well, I wouldn't have really minded the walk that much because I like walking, but the streets were all made of stone. It looked like from the Roman Empire, where they have big blocks of stone on the streets, and a lot of the stone was cracked, and it was extremely difficult walking with my luggage for 0.7 miles. So then the same thing happened today, because I had to go to a different apartment, and there's an app called Free Now. Well, this is the taxi app here in Palermo. And I tried to book a taxi ride, and once again, it's the mentality of the Mafia that must be controlling everything. because on the app they won't tell you what the rate is, the fare, the taxi fare. And they say you have to click to pay without even knowing what the fare is. So that means you can't book a ride unless you agree to pay for an unknown fare, and then they can charge you as much as they want. And I tried to delete my credit card so I could pay in cash, so they won't make me pay up front for a fare that I don't know what it is. But they don't allow anyone to delete their credit card. So the whole thing's rigged by the Mafia, and it's just really upsetting because I could not get a taxi ride. So I had to walk again with my luggage through all the stone streets. So it was very difficult. So it's not always fun and pleasant wherever I go. I have to deal with the evil that goes on, the greed, the mafia, all the evil stuff going on in Italy, where they try to rip off the tourists as much as they can. So it's not always fun and exciting in my travels. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.